Nice to meet you, Frida. We're going to my island for a few days.
Do you guys want to come?
Did we just jet off to a billionaire's island with a bunch of strangers?
Oh, he's not a stranger. He's Slater King.
I can't tell you how healing it's been just to disconnect.
Phones, please. Wait, for real?
It's just better without phones. I hope it's okay. This is my favorite one.
I think I'll survive.
We grow our own food. I wear the same thing every day.
So do you think it's weird that there's, like, clothes for us? I think it's just, like, rich. It's not what I thought it was gonna be.
What do you mean?
The legendary parties of Slater King. Blink twice if I'm in danger.
Hi, Zoe. My name is Ruben Peralta from Coca-Cola. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I have to be honest. While I was watching your movie, I felt that I was scrolling into my Instagram account into emotions because the movie, like little by little, well, is taking you to like a madness. And I wonder what was the inspiration to recreate the feelings that I was having, because it was feeling that I was getting emotion, then sadness, then curious, then scared, like all the emotion were mixing while I was watching the movie. And then at the end, it's kind of satisfying. So it's like scrolling in social media that you don't know where you're looking. You can cry, then you can laugh, and then it's like a different mixture of emotions.
I mean, I wanted to invite the audience on this journey and again, this kind of immersive sensorial experience that does kind of, whisk you away. And so by the time Frida says, "What day is it?" you realize, oh my God, yeah, what day is it? What is going on? How many bottles of champagne have we drank? How many drugs have we taken? What's been going on? And so I was trying to find ways to kind of lure the audience into this state. And I found repetition to be really helpful. Getting used to things and it happening over and over again. And it feels like a stylistic choice, but then you actually realize this is time passing. And I wanted to, I wanted the audience to have the experience of Frida so that when all of a sudden you realize, wait, what's going on? We need to get the fuck out of here. You're not separate from the characters in that moment. You're with them. I do think what was most important was to know that this is a film about, a woman that gets taken out of her element, goes to a place with people she doesn't know, and is in danger and has to leave. And I actually wanted to really keep the fact that it was about memory a secret. And then once we realized we kind of have to give that information away to, give the audience enough information, I actually realized that that wasn't the secret of the film. It's actually not that's the setup of the film. So it was actually a really interesting process for me as the filmmaker, because you can be so protective, right? Of like, this is the secret and this is the secret and no one can know that Jess is going to go missing and all this stuff. And then I realized, oh no, this is all the setup, and the core of the movie is really what happens after they realize what's going on. The concept of the island in general was really because I wanted to isolate the characters so they had to deal with the themes of the film. So I was really inspired by things like Lord of the Flies and the Garden of Eden, and trying to create this place, this illusion of safety, and kind of subvert the audience's expectations of what is safe, what is, usually horror films, things have to be, or thriller films, you make everything dark, you make everything scary, and I really wanted the horror or the thrill of this film to be emotional. And so I wanted to make it clear that we're not relying on, just it's dark and it's scary or jump scares and things like that. We're really taking the audience on an emotional journey. And, tonally, it's been really interesting, feeling people's response to the tone, specifically because a lot of people seem to think that the tone switches and it becomes, more comedic later on. But in the way I approached that is that once Frida and Sarah understand what's going on, it's not that the tone changes, it's that the audience's perspective changes and the character's perspective changes. And actually, what's horrifying is that everything else stays the same. And that's what I wanted to highlight. What happens when, okay, now we know we're in danger and everyone's still hanging out by the pool and everyone is still having dinner and the music is still playing. And that, to me, is the horror of the situation that these women are in.
I feel like we're forgetting, like, a lot of stuff.
There's something weird going on.
Something's making us forget.
Where's Jess?
Power is really the core of what this movie's about. And, it's such an interesting, I've been calling power an entity, it's such an interesting entity. And it's something that is so complicated because, we all want power, but power, the way it works is it's oppressive by nature. In order to be on top, someone has to be on the bottom. And so the fact that it's something that we're all striving for is very complex. And I really wanted to explore specifically within female characters. When we talk about women, we often talk about empowerment. And when we talk about men, we talk about power. And so I really wanted to explore a female character that wants power. She doesn't want to be empowered. She wants power. She doesn't want to be with Slater King. She wants to be Slater King. And I really wanted to explore what that looks like, because oftentimes women are meant to feel like we're asking for too much. And so it was incredibly important to really understand in very little time too, Frida and where she comes from and why she would want what she wants. It's interesting. A lot of people, can watch this movie and go like, well, she shouldn't have gone on the island, she shouldn't have gone in the first place, which is in my mind the equivalent of, like she was wearing a short skirt, she was asking for it, it's like, why would she not want more? We are conditioned from birth to want more, and we're told that, if you work hard enough, you can get it. And that's very complicated. And so I really wanted to, how can I efficiently show the audience, she could have this or she could have this. So obviously she's going to go for this. And the feeling of dirt, or the metaphor of dirt, it was, I wanted, there's this beautiful, pristine world, but there's, the dirt and the truth and the trauma is always coming up, it's always boiling up, and you can't escape it. Even if the steak blood on her dress, and the dirt, it's like nothing stays pristine. These white dresses are covered in blood and dirt by the end of the film. And, trying to chase perfection, is not reality. Life is messy. And in terms of Chan, I really do believe that part of the reason we were able to make this film and go to such extreme places is because, we have so much trust, and we know things about each other. We have shorthands, and, I know things about his life. He knows things about mine, and really pushing him to tap into, what I knew he could, and him trusting that I was leading him to a place that was engaging and brave and truthful. And the fact that he trusted me to push him, I think past the point of maybe where it felt comfortable, was the beautiful gift. So I'm really, really proud of what he's done in this film, and really thankful that he trusted me to push him to go there.
I loved it. Great opera prima. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What are we gonna do about you?
We need to find out what's really going on.